Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today on this video I'm going to be winterizing my water hyacinths today. So if this video interests you, then come on, follow me and I'm going to show you how I do it. All right, stay tuned. All right guys, so we take you over here where the water hyacinths are in the pond, and we're in Southern California, so our weather here stays pretty warm throughout the year, but we are in zone 9, so during the winter time right now we do get some colder temperatures. Right now it was 50 degrees right now, and the low this morning was 36. So these water hyacinths are tropical plants, so they need more of a warmer temperatures throughout the year. And if you're in a area zone where it's like snowing and all that kind of stuff, you're gonna have to bring them inside. And but we're gonna talk about that coming up, so stay tuned. Let me show you what these look like. All right guys, so you can see my water hyacinths, and you can see how let me see if I can get over in here. You can see how they're starting to kind of fold over. It's starting to kind of brown at the end as well. And so we're going to take some of these out right now, and we're going to put them in a barrel. You can bring these indoors as well, but I recommend leaving them outside since I'm in a more warmer zone than most people. So let's see what that looks like and see if we can get some growing back next year. Now you can see all the water hyacinths, but look at these pretty fish. They're just ready to eat. You guys hungry? And since it's been colder temperatures, my fish really kind of slowed down eating, but I think they're ready to eat something today. So we're gonna feed them some food with some weed germ in it to kind of help with the digestion. But anyways, back to these water hyacinths. So we're gonna take some of these water hyacinths out today, and we're gonna put them in a barrel, and I'm gonna talk to you further about how I do it, what my method is. Okay guys, we're going to take the water hyacinths I put in this ring here, and we're going to put them in a bucket, and we're going to take them over to the wheelbarrow where we can add water to them and stuff like that. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and gently put these in the bucket because I have all my fish swimming around here. Maybe what I should do is feed them, and that way they're happy, so they kind of get out of the way. But we're going to take some of these, and we're going to transplant these in the bucket here. And I'm going to do it really gently too, so. Now I only need about like 10 plants. I don't need too many. I had like 10 plants I started off with last spring. I thought they were all completely dead. And all of a sudden I started getting these little buds. So let's take these on over and let's put them in the wheelbarrow, and I'll show you what I do from there, okay? I discovered this method last spring when I decided to take some, I wanted to save my plants. I don't know why I did it, but I decided to put the plants inside of a wheelbarrow and threw some water on them, just kind of let them sit. And I noticed that around springtime, these guys started growing again. So this is kind of what I do. every winter time now. Worked pretty good. I seen a few videos about water hyacinths and did my research a little bit, and some people were saying that you can't regrow them. And you know, after last year of me regrowing them, I thought that was completely wrong. So, but everybody has their own type of way of doing things. But I think a lot of it has to do with it. I'm in a different zone. I'm in zone 9, which is in California. It's pretty, the weather's pretty consistent throughout the year. I'm in the desert region, so it can get pretty cold. But for the most part, so let's stick these in there right now. All right, guys, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these plants and these water hyacinths, I'm gonna put them inside the wheelbarrow so you can see what they look like. And I'm simply just gonna take all my water hyacinths, and let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys all arranged real nicely, so we don't want to break them up or anything. I have some rocks in the bottom, which I know that water hyacinths like to cling onto the rocks. I got a little gravel in the bottom, so if you want to put some gravel in there, that's fine too. Okay, so maybe we can get a couple more in here. All right, so you can see how I have, you can see now how I have about 10 plants in there. Okay, so that 10 plants is going to turn into a large amount of plants during the springtime. You know, the water hyacinth is one of the fastest growing plants that's on the planet, I think. So I noticed that once that I started putting them on my pond, that they started taking off pretty crazy. Also, you can put them in waterfall areas. Waterfall areas are real nice. They grow really nice up in there. I discovered this method by just putting these plants in this wheelbarrow. I think I was trying to preserve them because they were starting to die out. I didn't quite understand why they're dying, okay? So I put them in there, maybe thinking I can get them to come back and stuff like that. I noticed they weren't doing very well in my pond in the more still water, you know? And so I took them out. I noticed they did a lot better in the waterfall areas because of the water filtration. You know, they're great water filters. So if you want to clear your water up, put some water hyacinths in there, and we'll show you the clear water I have right now. And I think a lot of it's to do to the water hyacinths and also to the winter right now. So a lot of the sediment just stays down at the bottom during the winter time. So, all right, so, and the fish are less active too. So they're always rooting around at the bottoms, foraging for food and stuff like that. That could, you know, make the water clarity a little bit bad as well. Then you got the algae bloom coming in the springtime. That makes it horrible. So you got to really control your algae, right? I love when winter comes because it's the most clearest time, and it's a good time for me to do some of the maintenance and clear some of the brush away that's grown. I got a lot of grass growing right now, so it's time to get back out here during the winter time and start to clean it up. So back to what I was telling you is I put these in here to preserve them, and I just left them here. I mean, I put some water there. Every once in a while when the water evaporated, I put some more water in. And I noticed that I was getting, in the springtime, little like buds. They were like little small, tiny buds. And I thought it was like maybe like duckweed or some kind of small, maybe like a weed or something, you know, but I left them alone. And it looked like what's gonna happen is in the wintertime, your water hyacinths are gonna start looking dead. They're gonna turn brown, no green anymore. They're kind of slimy, but leave them alone because for some reason they come back. And so like I said before, I've actually seen some videos where they say they don't come back. So maybe they were just a little bit alive still because the zone we're in. That could be possible too. I think if you're more like in the winter areas, you might have a more tougher time keeping these guys a little more alive, but you can always take them indoors, keep them, you know, keep some heat on them and stuff like that. Maybe a heat lamp, I don't know. It's something like that might work too. So if you have a terrarium or you have some kind of like, you know, water feature inside the house, throw them in there. Or maybe even like if you have one of those greenhouses where you can put water in there, that'd be great too. So anyways, so yeah, so you want to put them in the wheelbarrow, put some water on them, and they're good to go. Let them sit. I'll be doing another video coming up in the springtime showing you the progress throughout the spring coming up. I'm also going to be repotting some lotus plants or some lilies. That's coming up too in the next week or so, so keep a lookout for that. And let's put some water on these guys. All right guys, so you can see how I do the water hyacinths, how I put them in some container where you can put some water in. And you'll notice that in the springtime, if you just leave them alone, keep water on them, you're gonna notice that they're gonna start dying out and getting like sludgy looking. But if you're in a warmer zone, more tropical zone, they're gonna come back. So just leave them there and you'll be able to have plants year after year. And like I said, I'll be doing another video to verify that for you coming up in the spring and show you what they look like when they come back. So it's time to feed the fish because they're hungry. All right. So the fish are fed, and I want to take a few minutes to show you how clear my water is. I think a lot of this is to do with the water hyacinths. I get a lot of filtration going on. I have some water hyacinths up in the waterfall, and you know, I really love this time of the year because I can see everything on the bottom. So I wanted you to check it out, okay? I mean, look how clear that is. Really clear water, and you can see all the way down the bottom. See the fish down there eating and stuff like that, which I really think is cool. And I think it has a lot to do with the water hyacinths, really, I do, you know. You can see how clear the water is, the fish, you can see that fish way down there. So yeah, so get yourself some water hyacinths. I know it's wintertime, they're starting to die out, but during the springtime, they just look beautiful. They start coming back real nice. This is a great plant for filtration, and you can see how clear the water is to testify to that as well. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the video on preserving your water hyacinths. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to do that, it helps me out a lot. And make sure you give me a thumbs up so that way you know I did a good job on the video. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.